The next technique I want to show you is a sanding back technique using an embossing folder. So again, using tools that we've probably already got in our crafty stash, but using them to their max. So this time I'm just going to do a very quick colour wash. So I've just gone for that pink there, and let's go for the blue. Okay, so I'm just putting my colours on there, and then with my big brush just going to do a very quick colour wash. Now I find this technique works really well on this, because by adding the water you're breaking down some of the fibres in the paper already, so it's just giving a different dimension to what we're actually doing. So just bring that in there, get rid of that colour off there, just make sure that's nicely done. Now I personally find this works really well when this is slightly damp. This is too wet at the moment. Okay, it needs to be a little bit dry, so you can either set that aside to dry or waft it over with your heat gun. But what you're looking at is so it feels slightly damp but not soaking wet as this is at the moment. But in good fashion I have got one that I have prepared. So what I've done is I've got my embossing folder ready, okay, and I'm going to put my paper actually in my embossing folder. I then put this through my Gemini, okay, to emboss it, and then when you open it up, I don't know whether you can see, but you get that nice embossed image. I don't know whether you can see it through all the sparkle actually, but it is there, apart from my grubby thumbprint. And the next thing I'm going to do is bring in my sanding block. This is just the Coordinations cardstock sanding block. Again, you can pick these up from Crafter's Companion, and then just gently sand back. Don't be too aggressive, okay, just gently sand back. It's a great technique to use. A different way again of using your embossing folders. I wouldn't want to put the ink directly onto my embossing folders because they will colour, but you can do, because you can use your stick away, but I don't want to damage it. But can you see all those beautiful butterflies coming out? So again, a different technique, very much like the resist we did with the heat embossing powder. So if you don't have heat embossing powder but you have your embossing folders and a machine, you could still join in and use this technique. And then what I do to finish off, just get a piece of dry kitchen paper just to wipe off any fibres. But you can see how beautiful that looks just from a plain piece of white card, how it comes to life, and you can see all that sparkle coming through again. So if I bring my technique book in, this is sanding back. This is another folder using your embossing folders.